We're at Grandmother's Grove at a pagan property just outside of Austin, Texas. It's Beltane, one of the two major ceremonies and festivals of the pagan year. Pagan is the original religion, or actually a combination of all of the old religions. And they, among other things, worship Mother Earth, honour Mother Earth and Father Sky and Sister Moon. Beautiful religions. The first rule is do no harm. And I had the opportunity to come to the Samhain festival, which is in October around Halloween, and it's the releasing and the celebration of the dead and of our beloved ones, and it was at that very first event, my very first pagan festival, Samhain, in this very place, Grandmother's Grove, that I have one of my more unexpectedly bizarre and potentially dangerous adventures. It was said on the program that there would be ceremony at Grandmother's Grove at 7 o'clock. So I'm a shaman, I'm excited, I'm going to be joining with other earth-loving folk to do ceremony in this magical place. And so I turn up, hello, my fabulous hat. I turn up and I'm the only person here. And I wait and nobody else turns up, and well, Grandmother's been promised a ceremony and I'm a shaman, so like if there's nobody else here to do it, then obviously I'm going to do it. Not manners otherwise, yeah? So I walk down this very path and I'm chanting all around the space. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. And I'm setting the space and I'm honouring the place. And I come to the centre where the entrance is, and I approach the fire pit, which is not anywhere near as grown over as it was then. It's just an empty fire pit. And I offer some of my water. I always carry water because, well, it's manners, this is a sacred place. And I step back fully into my shamanic blessing ceremonial shaman self role. And then all of a sudden this small clan of people appear, maybe a dozen, led by a very alpha male with lots of really red energy. Yeah? And they stop at the standing stone because that's where the space begins. That's where Grandmother's Grove begins. And once you pass that, then you're in the space. And the leader calls out, "We're here for the ceremony, are you it?" And I look around and, yep, I'm the only person here. So I call back, "It would seem that I am it. Will you tell me who you are, brother? And join me for the ceremony." And he gets pissy. when I ask him to name himself. And he says, I am who I am, and we are coming into the ceremony. So I said, okay, great, welcome. And I'm going, ooh, okay. Don't know what this dude's problem is, but I'm suddenly aware that I am a woman alone at my first pagan festival, so I've got no idea at all what to expect. And I'm in this completely deserted grove, quite a ways away from the tents or anybody who might hear me. And I'm facing down a really this guy, this leader who's I'm somehow threatening. So let me have a drink, hang on. Okay, so I do what I do, and I'm not very certain in what I was about to do anyway. And I ground myself and I bring the light down from the highest source and straight through the centre of the fire pit. And I start summoning the angels. Adonai, Adonai, O God of all the worlds, to my right, Michael, to my left, Gabriel. And at this point, the entire group, who's now on the other side of the fire, is just, they're looking, they've got deer in the headlights looks. And the leader, without any kind of notice, suddenly turns and bolts. Like the hounds of hell are after him. Out he goes. And out past the standing stone, and because I'm in trance, I'm bringing in the angels. I've got, Michael on my right and Gabriel on my left, and I'm feeling good, and so I carry on. Before me, Uriel, behind me, Raphael, and above my head, the holy Shekinah. And as the last notes die away, all of a sudden this group of a dozen people suddenly are released from this strange thrall, and they turn and they run flat out after their leader. I'm going, because I'm not still fully here, part of me's going, that was odd. Okay. But I'm in ceremony, and so now I've called in the angels, and now I offer the earth a blessing. Father, Mother, Creator, God, thank you for this beautiful, beautiful planet that we get to live on. And then I imagine the light that's streaming down through this space, anchoring in the centre of the earth and filling the earth until it's so light that it almost floats. And I see light filling the earth until it streams from it and into everyone and everything on the planet, and I keep the portal open as a divine healing spot, and I thank everybody and I go off out. It only takes another 5 minutes, and I've come back to myself now, so I'm puzzling why, okay, why would you leave in the middle of ceremony? That's not very polite, but there was clearly something going on, that might have just been more than they've realised that it's not the ceremony they want to be at, so I don't know. Anyway, so I'm coming up to them by the kitchens, and there's this hysterical woman. She is freaking out. there's a Christian woman in Grandmother's Grove and she's summoning archangels. And like, I'm going, what have I done? Like, this is my first ceremony. I mean, like, I don't know any pagans who have any problems with like archangels. Everybody loves angels, right? I mean, come on, you know, it's okay. I'm not a Christian. I'm a fan of Christ, but I'm definitely not a Christian, you know. It's okay. I was just blessing the land, and she turns and she runs flat out, and I'm going, what have I done? Have I like broken some horrible rule? Because like, if these people have a problem with me calling archangels, then like I'm clearly in the wrong place, right? So I asked my friend Mary Ellen, what did I do? Did I break a rule? And she looks at me with a stunned look for the longest time, and then she starts to laugh and laugh. Well, I'd stumbled across a dark side clan. These weren't just like pagans, the beautiful like nature-loving beings that I know. These are Satanists. They were like, they'd come to Grandmother's Grove to worship Satan. And they come across me, and the leader walks his entire clan to stand opposite my fire in the space I've set, and they have to watch me summoning not just angels, but the biggest archangels in like God's army, if you're into that mythology. And like, the leader is clearly seeing Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, like manifesting all around him. Boom, boom. Oh, can you imagine? And that's why he ran away, leaving his entire clan. How would you feel about a leader that just like up and bolted and left you standing in the middle of the most terrifying things that any Satanist could possibly imagine being face to face with? I mean, like, Michael was the archangel that kicked Satan out of hell. And, you know, like, he's standing to my right. Anyway, so it all becomes clear. How funny. God got there first. Joke was on them. I tell you what, I'm really glad that I didn't know who they were. I'm really glad that I do now. People ask me, which is the most powerful, you know, darkness or light? What happens when you walk into a dark room? When you walk up to a fire pit and you light a candle, it's the darkness that makes the candle even visible. If it was light, we wouldn't really be able to see it. Without darkness, we couldn't experience ourselves as light. So, like, all you have to do to dispel darkness is bring light, yeah? Yeah, think about it. As soon as you bring light, what happens to the darkness? It's just like, disappears. Yep, just like that. So next time you're confronted with darkness, just bring light. So here I am again at this very same fire pit, this time at the Beltane Festival. I wonder what this festival will bring.